Hi, this is Greg Schmaus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to explore 3 hidden causes of anxiety. And these 3 hidden causes of anxiety, a lot of this is very much based on what's called an evolutionary mismatch, in which our biology is not keeping pace with the environmental demands and environmental changes that we're all experiencing. So that mismatch is creating a lot of stress in the nervous system, a lot of shifts in our own biochemistry, and resulting in a lot of anxiety. So hidden cause number 1 is poor gut health. Our gut health has drastically declined over the last few decades for a few reasons, one of which being the increase in chemical and pesticide usage on our food systems, and number 2 is the overuse of antibiotics. And our gut health is really the home of our health. It's called the abdominal brain or the second brain for a few reasons. It's got more neurons in your gut than your brain and spinal cord combined, and it's the home to 80% of your serotonin and many of the neurotransmitters and hormones that regulate our mood, our anxiety, our stress levels, and our overall state of well-being. So make sure that when it comes to your gut health, you're eating organic food, you're limiting the amount of processed sugar that you're taking in, and you're eating really whole quality foods that we've been eating for thousands of years. And make sure that you're also supplementing with probiotics as needed and looking for any bacterial overgrowth, fungal or parasite overgrowth, and identifying any underlying gut infections. They're very common today. Hidden source of anxiety number 2 is electromagnetic overstimulation. The levels of electromagnetics are at an all-time high. The non-native EMFs coming from Wi-Fi routers, cell phone towers, computers, laptops, microwaves, all of this overexposure of these high levels of electromagnetic frequencies, what happens is it overstimulates the nervous system, creates that fight or flight response, and puts us in a state of stress and anxiety. So it's absolutely essential, like I shared in my last video, to ground yourself out in nature every day and really set healthy boundaries with all of your devices. For the first hour of your day, don't be scrolling through Instagram and scrolling through your email, checking your email 30, 40 times a day, and then up all night scrolling, overstimulating yourself. Really be responsible in setting boundaries with your devices. And don't consume more information than you're actually going to utilize, or else you're creating too much overstimulation simply from the overconsumption of information. It's just like over-consuming food. If you overconsume food, you're creating toxicity in the body. If you're over-consuming information, you're creating toxicity in the mind, in the emotions, in the nervous system, creating a stress response, and creating high levels of anxiety. Hidden source of anxiety number 3 is unresolved trauma. Remember that anytime we create trauma in our life or experience trauma in our life, a piece of our psyche fragments or gets frozen in time in that experience and does not actually develop past that point. So a lot of times when we've had a lot of trauma in our past, we're very simply looking at the present through the lens of the past. We're perceiving our current reality through the lens of some past experience that we had that's informing our reality. So the truth is that a lot of the stress and anxiety we experience is almost like your mind being a watchdog that's looking out for any potential experience or any potential threat that mirrors the experience that you had when you were 7 years old, when you were 9 years old, when you were in the car accident, or when you had some fight with your spouse or your parent or your sibling, or whatever it is, a time that you felt vulnerable, a time that you felt unsafe. What happens is that aspect of us is simply informing our present, making sure that we never re-experience the same thing. So if you feel like this might be the case for you, I highly recommend hiring a coach, a mentor, a therapist. This is what my Healing the Mind 21-day program is all about, to really equip you with the tools to navigate past trauma and really integrate a lot of the lost soul parts that are ready to come home so we can experience ourselves in a state of wholeness. So in summary, remember my top 3 hidden sources of anxiety are: number 1, poor gut health; number 2, electromagnetic overstimulation; and number 3, healing any unresolved trauma that's informing the present through the lens and perception from the past. If you enjoyed this video, click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the content and videos that I'm going to be sending your way. And I also invite you to share this video with one other person that you really feel may benefit from the content that we shared today, that struggles with anxiety, or you feel will really support their healing and well-being. And I look forward to sharing more with you soon on a future video. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.